Hello everyone, welcome to Fresh Learning Academy. Today we have Vivek with us, and recently he appeared for the Hawkins written test for the profile of legal management trainee. So Vivek, first of all, thank you so much for taking out time and trying to help out other students out there who are looking for the test pattern. So Vivek, let us know, how did you apply and what was the test pattern for this profile?
Thank you, ma'am. It's my pleasure to share my experience with you. So I'll start with the procedure itself. I saw the post via Instagram itself, and on 4th December 2024, I applied on the Hawkins portal itself. I was asked to submit the reasons why I'm interested in joining the Hawkins, the position itself. So I wrote a letter, I scanned with a CAM scanner, and then I sent that document I attached the document with the profile itself. So it was 4th December 2024. On that day, I submitted it. And on 31st January, that is 2025, I got an email from the Hawkins itself that was in an application for being shortlisted for this particular examination. And in that particular mail itself, it was written that on 16th of February 2025, there is an examination which is going to be conducted. And there was also a link provided with that email in which I was asked whether I'm interested to give the examinations on 16th February or not. So
Okay.
I clicked on that link and I accepted the invitation from them. And I believe it was 8th of February 2025 when they mailed me again with proper the examination timings, the venue, and the place of examination. So my exam was on 16th, and I got approximately 8 days. The letter was released. Everything was there. Since there was no particular syllabus which they had mentioned that what they are going to ask about the profile itself. Though I researched a lot, and it was your videos on the YouTube itself where I got idea, I think so 50% idea about the paper of the aptitude itself, that these were the questions, or these may be the questions which may be asked, or these are the uh, areas where we can work for and study well. But the only question was which was pondering me was about my own
Domain.
profile, that there would be
Yes.
skill. So there was no video, there was no anything. I connected to many people through LinkedIn itself to know like what were the questions that might be asked in the examinations. But anyhow, I did not got the opportunity to know about anything. But yes, what helped me out during my examination was I was focusing on the profile itself. Like
Yes.
they've asked me because I've applied for the legal management profile. In that management profile, there was a column which showed that roles and responsibilities. So in the roles and responsibilities, there were some sections of the law which were supposed to be done by an employee once they are recruited by the Hawkins. So the fields were the IPR, intellectual property rights, the field were contract, company law, data privacy, and labor laws. So these were some roles which were asked an employee to be the part of once he's been selected. So anyhow, I just tried to focus on these many aspects. I tried to read about the contents on these laws as well. So as I told you, my profile was legal management trainee, and the paper was of 100 marks, and it was divided in section A and section B. So section A was common for every field, whether it be data analytics, whether it be legal training, or whether it be any of the executive
Any
profile,
other.
any of the profile. It was common for everyone. So section A was comprising of 60 marks, in
Okay.
which it was a combined paper. I believe it was a paper of aptitude plus English itself. And if I talk about section B, which was subject oriented or subject specific, so it comprised of 40 marks. 40 marks. So it was
Okay.
purely your domain questions only.
Mm-hmm.
So if I talk about section A, so ma'am, yes, your past videos have definitely helped me out to get an idea like what are the topics which one should study before going to attempt the paper. So as I got to know from your old videos, that it was a weighted average cost, it was time and work, it was addition and subtraction series,
Yes.
shortest distance. So I figured out some of the questions which I remember. So if I talk about aptitude, the questions were on time and work,
Mm-hmm.
addition and subtraction series, shortest distance,
Mm-hmm.
and also a question related with sports itself, like I think so knockout. How many knockouts can be there in a tennis game? So something
Okay.
that sort of question. Yeah, profit and loss question was there. Then
Mm-hmm.
MRP was given, discount was given, then another profit was given. So we profit and loss overall it was given. And if I also talk about one interesting question, that was there were three containers, 3
Mm-hmm.
liter, 5 liter, and 10 liters container. And from these three containers, you have to segregate 4 liters. So
Okay.
you were asked whether we were asked to write the steps that how
Mm-hmm.
you're going to segregate 4 liters from these three containers. So this was all about aptitude. If I talk about English, there was a passage reading, I would say. There's two passages, same passages were they given on both sides of the pages. And we need to find the errors in the second passage with the taking the reference of the first passage. So we have to cross the wrong word, you have to write the correct word. So this was over for 5 marks. Then there were unseen passages also. Comprehensions were there. So we have to read that all comprehensions and then we need to answer the questions. Then also over the recipe of some of the dish, two recipes were given, and they have mismatched the steps of
Mm-hmm.
cooking. So they asked you to write the correct sequence of the cooking steps.
Okay.
So we have to arrange real steps that were given.
Mm-hmm.
So this is all about the section A, which comprised of 60 marks.
Okay.
Now let us come to the legal part, which I can
Mm-hmm.
tell you about is the legal part was again divided into two parts.
Okay.
One was 20 marks MCQs
Mm-hmm.
and another 20 marks were based on case study, 10 marks each.
Okay.
And if I talk about MCQ questions, so first 20 questions were the MCQ, which were based on intellectual property rights,
Mm-hmm.
Contract Act, Company Law, DPDP Act, and also we can say the Factories Act. Factories Act.
Okay.
So these
Okay.
were the areas of law where, through on which the 20 marks MCQs comprised of.
Mm-hmm.
Now we come to the another 20 marks. There were two questions case study based. There were two case studies given.
Okay.
The hypothetical situation or problem was given.
Mm-hmm.
On base of that, we need to advise the client that what should be the right approach or what should be the right forum you where you need to apply. Like
Mm-hmm.
one of the case studies, I remember it was based on Consumer Protection Act. I think
Okay.
so. There was a question where the one person bought something from a Taj restaurant weighing 300 grams.
Mm-hmm.
His home he bought 80 grams. So it was asked what legal remedies would you
Mm-hmm.
suggest the client to go for. So these were the two types of case studies which was given. One out of which I just have it, one of which I remember, so I just shared with you.
Mm-hmm.
Another was also similar, but I'm not able to recall.
So, Vivek, I feel that you described everything very well. And I will request all the viewers, not to ask questions like, please describe what was the original question. Like you described the first part that it was case study, but for the second one, I'm glad that you didn't continue because we don't have to give everything on the plate. Let everybody work hard if they would like to make their place with Hawkins. But I'm very much thankful to people like you, Vivek, those who have come forward and shared their written round experience. I'm sure that would really help people. And one of the most sought questions was for the profile of legal trainee. And I'm so glad that you are one of the first person who has come across, this Fresh Learning Academy, and you wanted to share your experience for the same. So Vivek, not at last but not the least, thank you so much once again. And if there is any question which you feel that is a relevant question, please try to, take some time to reply to those comments so that it could help others.
Much obliged, ma'am. I will.
Pleasure talking to you, Vivek. Have a great day ahead. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Same here.